It's so good to get together with old colleagues for lunch. I know you're all busy, but we should do this more often.
Agreed. I really enjoy these collegial lunches. And I like this restaurant. Good choice, Paul.
One reason I like this place is the quality of the service. But I'm afraid that with the way technology is developing, the waiters here will be replaced by robots before too long.
Is that what you see when you look into your crystal ball, Paul?
Actually, I've already seen the future in person. I was in Singapore recently on a business trip and was invited by local managers to a Chinese restaurant where they employ, or rather deploy, robot waitstaff. Customers place their orders with the kitchen by using a touch screen that's located at every table. When your order is ready, robot waiters deliver your dishes to your table.
I hear that robot waiters are taking off in China mainly because they're novel and fun, not because they're efficient.
That's right. At this juncture in history, robots haven't fully replaced human servers. In the future, human waiters may concentrate on building customer relations.
The fear of robots, artificial intelligence, and other forms of automation taking jobs from humans is real. For retailers, the robot apocalypse isn't a science fiction movie. Thousands of stores have closed their doors for good, and tens of thousands of people are out of work as digital giants that use robots in huge warehouses take a growing slice of the retail spending pie.
Of course, there are high-risk and low-risk jobs. One example of a job that stands a good chance of going the way of the dodo is retail cashier. More and more retailers are introducing self-checkout terminals. There are no checkout lines or cash registers. Customers pay through an app on their smartphone.
Then there's the example of self-driving cars and trucks. Soon you won't need a human being behind the wheel. One study I saw says something like 5 million driving jobs will be lost in the U.S. by the early 2020s because of the self-driving revolution. I think that estimate is on the conservative side.
I'd say there's not much risk that robots will replace doctors and nurses. Good healthcare requires the human touch. That's not in a machine's skill set.
Similarly, jobs that involve leading people, inspiring them, and communicating with them on a deep human level will likely stay out of the metal hands of our android chums. Some examples I can think of off the top of my head are hairstylists, beauticians, songwriters, comedians, sports coaches, and politicians.
I really think you're all too optimistic. The way I see it, during the next 30 to 40 years, robots are going to take our jobs. All our jobs. That goes for CEOs, too.
Oh, come on. A bundle of wires and computer chips couldn't hope to match you in terms of social skills, Paul. Although the day's probably not too far off when a robot will make you look bad on the golf course.
I don't need a robot for that. Anyway, you're wrong if you think there are social skills that no robot can match. We're now seeing exponential improvements in artificial intelligence thanks to the rapid pace of developments in computer hardware and software.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Look at it this way. What's our typical daily routine? We read, digest, and answer emails. We communicate by texting and phone calls. There are position papers, marketing reports, and press releases to be written, recommendations and decisions to be made. Couldn't AI do a lot of that work? Aren't we fooling ourselves when we say a robot couldn't do it any better?
I don't necessarily see AI supplanting people quite that quickly or easily, but I agree that it's time to ask these very important questions. You see AI popping up everywhere nowadays. It can now identify emails that need a brief reply. After determining whether an email should be answered, the feature provides 3 possible responses. The system is designed to get smarter over time as it observes the types of responses you select.
It won't be long before VPAs, or virtual personal assistants, will be able to monitor human behavior so that they can predict users' needs and, in time, act autonomously on their behalf.
Well, I can certainly see some advantages in having a VPA, but I don't know that I'd like to have a digital boss.
Well, that day isn't as far off as you might think. Robo-bosses will keep tabs on employee performance by gauging output and monitoring customer feedback.
It sounds like all humans could be unemployed in the not-too-distant future. What can we do to ensure we don't become obsolete?
Many experts see education as the key. They say elementary school students should learn technical skills like coding and statistics. And it's crucial to teach and develop skills like creativity and collaboration that give humans an edge over machines. But perhaps the most important skill we need to teach our kids is how to be flexible and adaptable, and how to learn new things.
I hear what you're saying, Lydia, but I don't think humans can afford to assume that they have an automatic advantage over machines when it comes to creativity. The qualitative leaps that we're seeing in technological development mean that AI devices will soon be able to do all sorts of things we've always assumed were the preserve of human beings.
The future may already be here. One ad agency in Japan has named a robot as creative director. It's analyzed and deconstructed award-winning ads over the past 10 years to help develop new creative content. The robots challenge us to do more than a mundane job and become more creative.
One way of looking at this is to ask just what creativity is. If there's nothing new under the sun, there's no such thing as a creative new idea. All ideas are either a twist or extension or amalgamation of old ideas. Computers are most suited to an environment like that. There's no reason why AI can't be as creative as humans. I think we should welcome the AI revolution. Let AI give us a hand as we challenge ourselves to be more than robots.